So we have made it to Maryland in the Annapolis area, and we've been here for about a week now, and just starting to get settled into the scheme of things, figuring out where the grocery store is. We joined a gym for the summer so we can get back in shape, stuff like that. But we are also, since we're not moving the boat, we're gonna be working on the boat, making it better. So the refitting starts once again. Today is a Saturday, so we get to refit all day long. And my project for today is to install a little RV washer dryer thing. In order to do that, I need to make the closet that was just a closet in the toilet room bigger, so it can actually fit a washer dryer machine. This isn't like a fancy washer dryer, it's a little one that just does a good enough job. So we're seeing if we can do that whole project just today. This is the washer spin dryer thing. It's not as fancy as what you see some boats have, but this is was fairly cheap, and it does a decent job. You still have to hang things up to dry them, but small batches, not a huge amount of water use. For now, we're gonna put this, maybe someday we'll upgrade to one of those bigger, fancier machines, but my goal for the day is to make this closet be able to house this thing by basically taking this face and moving it forward, and then backfilling any wood that I need to backfill, and then maybe building a platform for this and plumbing it up. Alright, so this thing is 13.5, let's run it up to 14. From the bottom here, 14 would be about right here. So if we move this forward 6-ish inches, that should give us enough room for this to sit on the bottom there. Remove the shelves. Come on in. And the centerpiece out. Well, there we go. That's the space that we're working with here. Removed everything, cleaning it up, and then in this corner over here, there's a bit of a, there's this old epoxy, basically where they had glassed the, they hadn't really glassed, they epoxied with a weak epoxy the walls to the hull, and that had cracked. So I'm gonna re-epoxy that with a stronger epoxy. Probably not a huge deal, but if everywhere I do that, fix the little cracks here and there, it'll help strengthen the boat back up kind of to how it was when it came out of the factory. And then I'll start rebuilding everything. So the progress so far is that we have this here, installed a filler piece of wood in the back, and have a templated piece of wood that will be the base of the new closet. Okay, the almost final product. It's not done, but it's close enough. We're gonna move on to other projects and circle back around later when we start building shelves. So this is it. At the bottom here, I built a space for Kira's bathtub. It's unfinished on the inside, but just has, it'll be Velcroed in there, so her little bathtub can live in there. And in here, we're gonna move these latches up. That's why they're empty right now. So we have the washer unit here. I painted the inside white just to make it a little bit brighter. The washer unit, it's not fully plumbed up yet. I still have to plumb the drainage, but put the clothes in here, wash them, put them in here to spin dry them, and then we'll hang them up. We're gonna build shelves on top of that so that we can put the washing soap, and then this is going to be the dirty laundry hamper. We're gonna put like a net in front of it. So this is our clothes solution.
Okay, today we woke up at 5:30 a.m. and we decided we're going to motor to Annapolis to explore instead of drive. I'm excited to see the Chesapeake Bay because I didn't get to see it on the way in because I was in North Carolina.
It's about 12 miles from our marina and South River to Old Town Annapolis. You can drive it shorter than that, but we figured we should go by water because we can.
Part of the port side head reconstruction is that Ryan filled in the port side deck plates, pump out deck plates with fiberglass, and he's going to gel coat them later. We have a composting head, so we don't need them anymore.
sun's gone down, but this will be the shower pan for the port head. And we're gonna put thickened epoxy to make a fillet around the bottom here. Then we're gonna end up glassing this whole thing with a layer or two of glass. And then we're gonna put a bunch of gel coat on and sand the gel coat down. Probably put some non-skid, but it's because he custom sized to try to maximize the shower pan area, because everything on a boat's gotta be custom. We're gonna mix, this epoxy is 2 to 1, so we're gonna mix with the 4 to 2 to 1 ratio thingy in here. So we're gonna mix this up. Thickening agent for epoxy. Alright, so we got our thickened epoxy here. It's good thickness. Get it out of the cup and spread out a little bit so it doesn't kick. This is so that when we put fiberglass in here, to turn this into basically a fiberglass shower pan, it's going to have nice rounded corners. Fiberglass doesn't like making sharp corners. So I make nice rounded corners so that the fiberglass likes it better.
So it's the next day in the morning. What are you doing now?
The epoxy has cured, and I'm just sanding it a little bit to knock out any high spots, and then we're gonna put some fiberglass down next. So I'm trying to decide between, I've got 2 types of glass on board. I have 1708, which is this thick stuff. It's actually 3 layers of glass woven together, or chop strand, which is one of the layers that's on there, but this is just chop strand itself. If I do the thick stuff, 1708, it'd be very, very, very strong, but where the edges overlap, there's going to be lumps, and I really want this to be smooth. This pan's already really strong, so I'm thinking I don't need to add the 1708 to add strength. And it's already basically waterproof, so I think I'm just going to go with the chop strand, add a couple layers of it. The nice thing about this is the edges will be able to mesh right together, you won't be able to see them. And it'll just smooth out some of the imperfections, add a little bit of strength, make it super waterproof, and then we could put some gel coat on top of this, I think. This is different than how we built this shower pan on our side, but it's a different shower pan design. We'll see. So I've been mixing the epoxy. I can feel it starting to get warm, so I'm going to pour some of this out. Alright, so this time I mixed a smaller batch, which means I can apply it, the epoxy where I want to apply it and not make it too thick. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Sanding this down, fairing it out. I'll probably have to do another layer of fairing on this before it's good for gel coat.
Gel coating the shower pan.
Alright, so I did 3 layers of gel coat and sanded it down, and there's a couple spots that burned through. I kind of expected that there would be. So now I'm going to put another layer of gel coat on to kind of even out the low spots, and I'll sand them down, and then we'll just do polishing, sanding up to shiny, and that will be the shower pan built. So finally making progress with this darn shower pan. Let me show you what we got. So I gave up on doing just pure gel coat and put a layer of bright side paint on from Interlux to make it all nice and shiny, because the gel coat had some thin spots in it. You can see the fiberglass underneath, and I was getting annoyed, so I decided to practice with bright side paint. I've never used it before. We're going to put non-skid everywhere inside of the blue, so that people don't fall down when taking a shower. So, this is the first time ever doing anything with non-skid, and it kind of clumped right here. Don't really know why. So, trying to figure out how to fix it. Finally got the pan in the bathroom, which took a week, but I was also working full time, but a lot longer than I wanted it to take. But the shower pan is the foundation of the bathroom on this side, so it had to be done right. Let's take a look at what it looks like. The bathroom is still a work in progress, but the shower pan is here. We got the non-skid, we got the drain. I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out so far. We're gonna build a wall up here with a seat on it. So there's a shower pan. It's a pretty good sized shower pan, all things considered, for a 40-foot boat. And this is the guest side. We are also working on the ceiling. I have some trim work to do, but we're using this panel style ceiling, and I think it's looking really good. Need to put trim tabs in. Alright, that's about enough for this video. We have many more projects to do, so we'll make videos of them. One of the big things we're going to do is put Corian countertops in and figure out how to do that well, hopefully. So, we'll see you in the next video. Bye!